Are you hoping for a love interest for Jesus anytime soon?
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know what sex that love interest would be. We don't know yet.
Fair enough.
Got your eye on anyone?
I can't tell you because
Daryl.
I'll give something away.
Awesome. Hi there, what's your name? Where are you from?
Barbara from Havelock, North Carolina.
Hey, Barbara.
I want to ask you, where do they film the Hilltop? Because that house looks like a historical thing that you can maybe see.
I know where it is.
It's at the studios. It's at Raleigh Studios, yeah, near Sonoya. So it's on the studio lot, and they built it. But it's actually, they built a house. They built that huge house, and they built all the walls and everything. It's a really amazing set, actually. But yeah, I think AMC, and then there's a lot of spoiler stuff that goes on with the show, and I think if they can film stuff on the studio lot, they like to as well, because it makes it easier to keep things a bit secret. I mean, it's tough. We're never going to keep everything completely secret, but we try.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Over here, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Madeline Barnett. I'm from Dallas, Texas. You're really cute, by the way. I was wondering, what's the funniest thing that's happened on set?
I don't know if you guys knew about the prank that Norman played on. You probably do. That when he put his car on the boat in the lake.
I don't know that one.
You didn't know that one? Oh damn. Maybe I shouldn't say that because.
Tell me.
They were like messing around with each other, and there's a lake at the studio, and Andy tried to put Norman's bike on the boat and put it out in the middle of the lake, but Norman got wind of it and swapped it for Andy's car.
Andy just can't win with these
He
pranks.
really got. Actually, I was in the car with him the other day, and he said he got into his car to drive home, and there's still glitter coming out of his This is like months later. I hate glitter. Oh no, I shouldn't say it. Okay. I'm not important enough for Norman's prank, so it's fine.
Unless he's your love interest. Alright. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name is Ardise. I'm here from Atlanta. This question is, how long do you think Jesus was in the room with Rick and Michelle? He woke them up.
Oh, that's great.
Did you make a noise, or did you just stand there until they woke up?
I'm trying to work out if he knew that they were both in there together, or if it was just Rick. So if he walked in and there was a moment of thinking about the whole situation. That's an interesting question. At that point, because before he walked into their bedroom, he's like done a scout of the whole of Alexandria, and he's done a head count. Remember? Because he says the next day, like to
He knew the guns and the ammo.
Maggie, he knows all the guns and ammo. But he says to Maggie, like, I know how many people you are. 45. Maggie goes, more than that, and he looks at her and is like, shut up. Like, I know how many people you have. So, I mean, I think the more pertinent question is, in what situations did he find every other character in the show? Like, who sleeps like this? I mean, he's done a head count, so he's been in everyone's bedrooms, if you really think about it. And then I think he probably relished the fact, I mean, he must have known that Michelle and Rick were in there together. But I mean, at that point, like, he doesn't really care about that. He's not, But as an actor, filming that scene was quite, that was like, oh my God, I just joined this show. I'm walking in on two of the biggest characters in it in bed, okay. But when we were filming it, my main concern was the fact that they're springing out of bed and Denai is grabbing this sword and thrusting it towards my head. So that was my main concern, was that. Was like, okay, I don't care like what's in front of me right now apart from this big metal thing that could blind me. But yeah, it was quite a daunting scene to shoot, but also amazing. Like, I had the last line in that episode, and then the line that went into the titles in the next episode, which is like, if you watch the show, like, you want the line just before, like, yes! I got like 2 of those on my first 2 episodes, so that was very cool. But yeah, that was an interesting scene to shoot. Thank you for the question.
When they sprung out of bed, what did you focus on?
What did I focus on?
What was your focal point?
I was the director, so my focal point was the sword. But honestly, but the director did say to me, like, once they sprung out of bed, just have a little look down below on Rick, and then look and smile. I was like, I was like, what? Okay, I get that, and that's gonna be amusing and stuff, but you've got to understand the situation that I'm in as well, and like the lead character in the show is standing naked in front of me, and I'm gonna do that, and I don't feel comfortable right now. So, I mean, I think I did it really quickly, but it obviously didn't end up in the show. Oh my God, yeah, it was a funny day.
I think we have enough time for the two of these, and then we'll wrap it. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm from Sioux St. Marie, Ontario.
Hi.
How did you feel to join such a close-knit, cast?
Amazing. Sometimes that is really daunting, like joining a long-running show. But every single person on this show, the cast and the crew, are so amazingly welcoming and so sweet. I got off the plane when I first arrived. I got off the plane and went straight to set in Alexandria when they were shooting episode 9. So there's like a ton of walkers, and like I think Stephen was one of the first people I met, and he comes up to me like covered in blood, and he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "Okay." And then Abraham and I can't remember who else it was. We're firing machine guns into the walkers, and then I'm sat on the porch with Andy, all within the space of an hour, and everyone, you know, welcome to the show. And one of the first things before I filmed anything, I went to one of the death dinners that they have for Alexandra and Tova. And it was at one of the producers' houses, and you know, it was like a campfire deal. You know, like everyone's sitting around telling stories about the people that are leaving, and that was another situation where I think it was Stephen again who walked up to went, "Welcome to The Walking Dead." I was like, "Wow, this is like a self-help group." Like, what's going on? But it's like it's like unlike any show that I've ever been on. You like other actors. Older actors have been on the show, American actors have told me, like, sometimes you can be on a show here and you get this stupid stuff like, oh, you can't talk to the lead actor, or oh, don't look at this person in the eye, and that stuff actually does happen sometimes, which is ridiculous. On this show, it couldn't be further than that. Like, Andy is like the most amazing leader of the cast, and anyone who comes in on their first day, he makes sure he's there in the makeup trailer saying hi and welcoming you. He comes in on the first day if it's a new director and comes to say hi and see how everything's going, and that bleeds through into the whole cast. You know, everyone is super welcoming, and everyone's on like email threads together and text message threads and all the stuff that friends do. You know.
Do you name your text groups like Walking Dead or Walkers Among Us?
No. No, can you do that on my phone? I don't know if you
Yeah, we have a text group for this, and we named this the Mothership.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should name it.
I know everyone knows.
Mothership.
Join after the panel. Awesome, thank you. One last one.
I've heard Andrew described as like the quarterback of the.
No, he is definitely. He holds it all together in a great way.
Yeah. Also dreamy. Hi, your name, where you from?
I'm Noah. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey.
I just wanted to ask, does Andrew, Lenny, or Lauren ever go too over the top with their southern accents?
That's a matter of opinion. Accents are a funny thing, man. I did a show where I had to play a Cajun jockey. So I went down to New Orleans and down south of New Orleans, and I also had an accent coach. But I met a bunch of people, and like, you can go a mile down the street and someone will tell you that they do not say a word a certain way. But then you've met someone like an hour before who says it that way, you know? So accents are a funny thing, because you might think that, oh, well, that's not how I speak. But there will be someone that speaks like that. No, I think they do a good job. I do like the way that it has gone into choral and all that kind of stuff. I think that's hilarious. I saw there's a bag that someone brought to my table the other day which had like choral with a hat, a sheriff's hat on it. It's really funny. But no, I think they do a good job. Me and Andy actually had the same accent coach when I was doing that job, who then came onto this show to do the pilot with Andy. And then everything's come full circle, and 6 years later we're working on the same show, which is funny. And I actually wanted to do a different accent, but they said, no, he's general American, like standard. I was like, oh, okay. It's kind of fun to do then, you know?
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to be in Charlotte, by the way, in December for one of these.
right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap. I'm gonna ask you to stay where you are. I have some giveaways in a minute, but I want you to put your hands together one more time for Jesus and TWD.